What's up everybody, it's the Lego Gungan here. Welcome back to another video. In today's Lego review, we're taking a look at set 7161, the Gungan Sub from Lego Star Wars. This set released in 1999. It's based off the Phantom Menace and some of the opening scenes from that movie when they're on Naboo. It originally retailed for $50. Nowadays it's a lot more expensive, being around $250 new, $70 used. Has 379 pieces, or 375 according to the box, and 3 figures that are in this set. So this was the first ever Gungan Sub made from Lego. There's been one other version of it since, which is also a pretty expensive one. But yeah, it's released in the first wave of Lego Star Wars, and let's move on to the back of the box. So the back has some alternate builds as usual for these older sets, and pretty cool looking alternate builds. If you want to try them, go ahead, you can. We get Jar Jar in this set, and he's appeared in a few other sets, specifically this version. And it was the first to introduce this Gungan head mold, which has been used ever since. Pretty cool mold. He has a torso with a bit of clothing on, but not much detailing besides that, and some plain gray legs. Though being pretty simple, this figure is still effective and adds on to the set pretty well. So we get Qui-Gon Jinn in this set. He has a nice torso print for his Jedi robes, as well as a chrome lightsaber hilt with a green lightsaber. He has a brown cape as well, and a little small detailed face with his beard and mustache. Then he has his iconic hair piece that has been used ever since as well. So the final figure we get is Padawan Obi-Wan. He comes with a lightsaber, again with a chrome hilt, brown cape, same sort of torso printing as Qui-Gon Jinn. He has a hood piece, and then he has his face, which doesn't have the beard because he's younger, and just basically some eyes and eyebrows. Overall, pretty simple figure again, but effective at capturing that Obi-Wan look in the 1999 era. We get a little side build in this set for aquatic creatures. Unfortunately, I don't have the Stingray that I can include in this set, but it is included. But this is a small simple cave build using a lot of 2x4s and 2x2s. There's a bunch of cones with these seaweed pieces coming off of them. It's all on this big large black plate. And we have a starfish and clam piece inside for those sea life. And it looks pretty simple, but it adds on to the side of the build, so it's nice. So here is the Gungan Sub build. It's a pretty simplistic design. Not the best design, I'd say, for the ship. It doesn't really look too much like it, but I mean, it was 1999. They are very simple with these builds back in the day. It's mostly a gray and dark gray as well as blue color scheme for the build. And we'll start by looking at the front. So we have a bunch of slope pieces coming on the sides to try and create that curvature. We also have this nice little blue anchor piece at the front, as well as some orange pieces, which are kind of like headlights. And yeah, we have a lot more slope pieces coming around the cockpit. And then at the cockpit area, we do have some hinges. And this cockpit piece is actually printed with these nice blue stripes, which is pretty great. So you're able to lift up the cockpit, and inside, you might have to remove this to see better, but there is a pretty nice, pretty generally big sized seating area. There is also more of those orange pieces on the sides. Not really control panel in there printed, but still pretty nice area. You can put like a couple figures in there if you want, or just one. But yeah, it's a pretty nice angle for the cockpit as well. It angles pretty well. So on the left side, we have this little hatch here that can be opened, and there is a propeller in here and this little storage area, and we'll get to that later. It's part of a bigger play feature of the set. We have a 2-piece on the side, a lot more slope pieces as well. Then we have another one of those cockpit pieces. This one has a different type of hinge similar to the area we just opened, so it can open up like that. And this area actually has more printed control pieces than the front, so you can see we have like a little printed wiring thing there, a nice little like tracking piece there, and then that typical control panel on the side there. So pretty unique. So the other side is kind of the same thing. We have the tube here. We can open this. Propellers in there we'll get to later. And then if we open the cockpit, we have the same exact control panel set up inside. So yeah, I really like those printed designs for the controls though. So the back area here, we have these more things on hinges, and these are also specially printed. They all have the exact same design with some of those blue markings similar to the cockpit. And they open to reveal a storage container for some things that we'll get to later. So at the back, we have this little piece here, same wiring piece as before. A lot more slopes at the back as well to create the triangular shape of the Gungan Sub. And we do have, of course, the rotating thing at the back. It uses this nice orange piece and neon orange for like the engine thrust. And then of course we have these long string pieces which are kind of bent to create that fin thing at the back of the Gungan Sub. And it of course is on like an axis, so it will be able to rotate like it kind of does in the movie to like push it along. So yeah, and these are all connected by this piece in the middle here with these clips. And yeah, of course it'll just allow you to rotate the ship like it does in the movie, so it's pretty fun to play around with. One of the main play features of the set is its customability, and that is because the ship is able to be separated and customized. So yeah, you're able to take the front cockpit piece out because it is attached by a few of these Technic pins which go in the holes here. It also is connected by the like rail pieces which you can see on the sides there, and you can connect some custom accessories to the back of this smaller pod here, which are these things in the back. So the first one we have is this bigger engine thing here. So you can see there's a few Technic pins there. You're able to, well, first you gotta make these go out to the side. They're on hinges, so you can do that. You connect it at the back, and now you have the front with these smaller engines, so you have this little kind of separated ship skate pod sort of thing, which is pretty neat. Now the other thing, we take out this part, we have these yellow hose pieces. Now comes our things into play with the propellers. So these neon propellers are attached to those hose pieces on the accessory, and once we do that, again, it has some Technic pieces, so you can attach it to the back here, and now we have propellers to propel this small escape pod. So yeah, it's pretty cool how customizable this front part is, and it's pretty easy to store as well. You just can take this right off, take the propeller fins off of the ship and put it in. Put these two back in here. They slide right into this compartment. You might have to move the hose pieces to the side. They slide right in. This one slides right in, and you can close it easily. So you can also take out the back from this thing. Again, it's connected by Technic pins and those rails. Not really used for this, but it's just another part of that customability of the set. Overall, this Gungan ship build is a pretty unique thing in its customability with all those engine modifications. I also love all the prints all over the set. The figures are simplistic, but they're pretty nostalgic for many, including me. This build for the ship is not the best, though it was $19.99, so you can cut the designers a little slack. I also do like that little small side build for the sea life, adding more of an atmosphere to the set. So overall, I think I'd give this set an 8 out of 10. It's a pretty unique set with its customability, and if you don't have it already, maybe try and get it one day. It's not the best Star Wars set. The one from 2012 is definitely a better version, but still, it's one of the only two Gungan subs, and it's a pretty simple, nostalgic design that many may find fun to build. So yeah, we'll see you guys in the next review. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you sometime else. Bye bye.